What is good, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have some more breaking news, notes, highlights, observations from another day here in Kansas City for the Chiefs training camp period. And today was a very interesting practice. Got to see a lot of red zone 11-on-11s. Got to see more plays, more breakout plays, big catches from guys like Sky Moore and Justyn Ross, who continues to show why not only he can contribute now, but he can be a vital piece, a crucial piece for this team in the foreseeable future. Justyn Ross has been amazing so far in camp. And in this video, I'm kind of going to break down everything that I've seen throughout the last couple of days of camp, but in specifically this last practice, the guys who stood out, some guys who didn't stand out, and what to expect going into the next practice. Now, before we get into the video, do me a quick favor, guys. Smash that like button just so we can get this video out to more Chiefs fans around the world. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be covering the rest of the offseason, which includes free agency, signings, trades, training camp, preseason, regular season, as well as I'm going to be streaming some Chiefs games and some other games as well throughout the season. So if you want to watch some Chiefs games with me, make sure you guys join the family. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, red zone drills were very intriguing to me. We saw Patrick Mahomes find a touchdown pass to, or not find, but throw a touchdown pass to Sky Moore, which looked very good, man. Sky Moore is really starting to fill in the role that we thought he was going to fill in last year. But this year, he's doing it now. He's looking good, and he's building some chemistry with Patrick Mahomes, and that is just something you want to see. We also saw a little bit of Noah Gray get some work in, a nice little pick play by him, getting Sky Moore open, and then we had Blaine Gabbert touchdowns to Deneric Prince, who's been looking very good, and also Rashee Rice has found a touchdown as well with Blaine Gabbert. Now, Mahomes continued to dominate through red zone 11-on-11s with another touchdown to Sky Moore, who actually ripped this one away from cornerback Iko Boy Doe. Let me know if I said that wrong, by the way. But literally, it was going to be a pick, and Sky Moore was like, hell nah. Took that shit right from him. Touchdown. Sky Moore has been breaking out, you could say, so far in camp. And with Kadarius Toney out of practice with that injury, it looks like Sky Moore has kind of taken over that wide receiver one role. So we'll see if he can continue to do that. We also saw the quarterback Shane Bouchelet hit Richie James for a score. That was a really nice ball as well. So a couple of these quarterbacks really starting to step it up here during practice. And then the defense finally made a big play. Justin Reed stepped in front of a Mahomes pass that was intended for, I believe, Travis Kelce, and it was an interception in the end zone, so that was nice. And then Mahomes came back and found Clyde Edwards-Helaire wide open for back-to-back scores, so that was nice to see. You need Clyde is a guy who was the future of this team a couple years ago, and has been underwhelming, you could say, in terms of his production. So Isaiah Pacheco kind of took his job in terms of the starting running back, as Justyn Ross makes an incredible catch there. But like I said, Deneric Prince has been getting a lot of reps at running back, as you see him here. He's been taking a lot of snaps for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You have Jerick McKinnon, who was amazing last year in the playoffs and throughout the last couple of weeks. So, I feel like Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a guy who has an uphill battle, but we'll see if he can overcome that and maybe make this roster next year. We also saw a lot of special teams. 4 Gunners included Justin Watson, Amir Smith-Marset, Jones, Boye Doe, and Justyn Ross and Richie James got in there as well. So those are your Gunners. What else did I have written down here for you guys? Oh, there was some 7-on-7 work in the red zone. Mahomes scored early with the pass to MVS, but Boye Doe and Jones registered breakups. The defense had a lot more success in 7-on-7s, which was something that I took note of. But overall, a good practice here for the Chiefs. We're seeing Sky Moore, we're seeing Justyn Ross and MVS really take that step forward, being the top 3 receivers on this team, at least with Kadarius Toney out. Now, I want to know what you guys think. Who do you guys think will be the leading receiver for this team next season? Is it Kadarius Toney? Is it Sky Moore? Is it MVS? Is it a guy like Justyn Ross who's breaking out? Who do you guys think it's going to be going into next season with no more Juju, with no more Mecole Hardman? Who do you guys think is going to be the leading receiver? And then another question is, do you think Clyde Edwards-Helaire makes his team, or do you think a guy like Deneric Prince actually makes it above him? Or do you think they both make it? Let me know what you guys think about that. And then defensively, I feel like the starting line is pretty much set with Mike Dana and Derek Nottie and Chris Jones, Willie Gay, Nick Bolton, Jalen Watson, Brian Cook, Justin Reed, L'Jarius Steed, Trent McDuffie. I feel like that's probably going to be your starting defense. Do you think anyone else can break into that lineup like the first round pick, Felix? You got George Karlaftis is probably already starter, but you got some other guys as well: B.J. Thompson, Nick Jones, Chamari Connor, Mike Edwards, Drew Tranquill. I think any of these guys, tap into that starting lineup come the start of the regular season. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications just so you're notified every time we post a video, every time we go live for a game. Make sure you guys are notified. But also, check out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you guys play any sort of fantasy football, baseball, basketball, any sports, honestly, make sure you guys check out Underdog. It is so fun, so easy, and it makes playing fantasy football so much more relaxing, I would say, because you don't have to go through the struggles of setting your lineups with sit starts. They play your best players. It's a thing called best ball. Check it out in this next segment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, we have another Chiefs video coming out tomorrow. But with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. This video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.